Hi, I'm Milan Alvarez and welcome to another episode in the series of screencasts from Smoking Apples. We're an Apple resource posting everything from news, reviews, tips for beginners, as well as setting you up with some great content from around the web. Visit us at smokingapples.com or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/smokingapples. With that out of the way, this little screencast is for those who are new to the Mac and want to know how to move about with regard to files, applications, and content. While the Mac is kind to keyboarders, drag and drop is the essence of the Mac user interface. You can manipulate pretty much everything without requiring the keyboard. Here are a bunch of maneuvers that will help you navigate better with your Mac. So we'll start with the Finder. If you're coming from Windows, you'll notice that there's no Send To menu in the right click, nor is there a Cut command in the menu bar. Worry not for this drag and drop. So we'll grab this file and move it over to the Macintosh hard drive. As you hover over icons, folders spring out of nothingness. Press the spacebar to remove any delay in springing. Once you're in there, just release and notice how all the windows but the relevant one disappear. Let's pull that file back to the desktop. When it comes to moving files between the same volume, a file is moved from one location to another. However, when you drag it over to another volume or this external drive, it creates a copy as denoted by this plus sign. Simply hold the command key and it will move the file over there. To create an alias, Mac for shortcuts, hold on the command and option keys and you'll notice the cursor change to this arrow. In general, switch between command and option keys or both of them to switch between modes. So say I'm in Photoshop and I want to open a file. It's not in my home folder. Instead of looking for it, say I have it in my stacks, I just drag and drop and it instantly switches, even selecting the file in question. Same thing for a Finder window. You can see that the folder is pretty deep rooted. You can even do this for saving files. This of course works in any application with an open save file dialog box. Now let's take a look at text documents. Say I'm working on this review in TextEdit and I want to take it with me on my flash drive. I just grab this little proxy icon and move it to wherever I want the file to be copied to. It defaults to creating aliases, but you can hold down the option key to create a copy. Another scenario is I've started working on a document and midway I realize I've saved the file on my desktop when I meant to save it in my projects. I merely drag the file to my projects. And the next time I've saved the file, give us a drum roll, TextEdit will offer to save it in the new location I've moved my file to. Try that on a PC. And if you ever get lost, not knowing which file you're working on, just command click the title bar of any document and you will see a drop down menu of the path of your file. Click the section of the path and you will be presented with a Finder window. Say you have this music file that you want to directly drop into a playlist instead of having to perform two steps, but iTunes is not open. With Leopard, you can now spring load the application right from the dock and then perform drag and drop tasks. I don't need to prove that the song went in there, do I? Here's a bit about Safari. You're browsing the web and you come across this paragraph of text that you want to save for later. Simply select the text, click and hold, and drag it to your desktop. You can even drag it to a location in Finder and save it there. If you drag it to text edit, it opens it up in rich text. Same for mail. You can imagine what happens when you drag an image to preview. Here's a killer tip. Say you receive a link to a music or PDF file via email. If you paste that into the Safari address bar, it will launch the built-in media viewer. The killer tip is if you drag any link to the Safari downloads window, it will immediately begin to download that file. You can of course do this for links on web pages as well. Here we are watching Clint Eastwood's Gran Torino, and I come across a scene I want to frame. I merely have to drag the frame and move it on my desktop. I can even do this while a video is playing. Then when I launch them, they open up as QuickTime frames, which I can process later on. This is but a preview of the things you can drag around in OS X. For a full list of tricks, check out the link you can see on your screen. And we love feedback, so if you have something to say, send us an email at pr@smokingapples.com. I'm Milan Alvarez, thanks for watching.